Are there any more questions? Just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rex Acker, and I'm a little slow in speech because I've had a stroke lately, so you forgive me if I'm not too plain. But I sit and listen to you talk about we've got to do this. What's the antidote for that? Taxes. Taxes. I own 2 houses in Sulphur Springs, one on Kelly Circle and one on Green, some green, I forgot what it is down there. And if you saw the tax bill that I had this year on those 2 houses, you would faint and fall over in it. I can't afford it. And you can sit and tell me, sir, about how I've got to give up my TV. I'm not giving up my TV. And none of the rest of you are either. What I suggest that you do is you go start cutting it. You cut it. If it cuts to the bone, cut it. If it hurts, it hurts. But you can't keep coming to us and saying we got to have more taxes. It ain't gonna work. Why don't you go to city council and let's talk to them about that beautification thing where they spent millions and millions of dollars down there and you ain't got nothing to show for it. Nothing. A narrow street, and now they're going to do something with the square. Go to city council. Let's put our combined source resources into our schools. Now you know that's the correct thing to do, and I do too. But you can't have 2 entities vying for taxes, and that's what we've got: a city council and a school board. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions? I don't know which question you want to answer, but you got to pick.
I don't want to answer any of them, actually. Better keep my mouth shut and thought a fool, right? I agree with you on the taxes. Actually, our taxes are about 15% higher than anybody in our UIL district. I totally agree, and I believe I've made it pretty clear that I want to try to find where we can cut. That's what I want to do. The other side of that, though, is we pay our teachers on average with the schools in our area about 15% to 20% lower than our neighbors. Did you know that?
Randy,
one of our friends.
It's a known fact that we use our neighbors, Commerce, Harris, Mount Pleasant, Mount Vernon, and right on around what we say, well, look at all of our neighbors, what they do. I don't care what they do.
Well, you don't have to be interested in what they do, but if I'm a person who's trying to be an employer, I want to recruit the best talent I can get to be the most effective. And if I'm the person who's seeking a job and I have an opportunity to come here, or I can go 30 miles down the road and make 20% more, well, I'll tell you where I'm going. Exactly. And I'm going to pay 15% less in school taxes there too. That's where I'm coming from. How are we bringing in business here if they can say we can pay less in school tax, their teacher pay is better? And then the other thing that really disturbs me, and I was trying to keep my political thing going and you're going to get more of me, was that I think it is unacceptable that our community feels that having our high school as acceptable. The school districts, the ratings are exemplary. That's the top. Then it's recognized, then it's acceptable. When I was in school, we had, A, B, C, and D, and F. Now it's A, B, C, and F. Our school's a C. That's unacceptable to me. And just merely barely not making acceptable is unacceptable to me. And that's where I'm coming from.
I was putting it off on Jackie. Anyhow, we were talking about the salary increases. We did give our teachers a step increased since we've been on the board, along with the bonuses. So we've raised our teachers pretty much as high as we could with the monies that we've had. And they have come first in our lineage.
I respect totally what you're saying. I don't want taxes at all. I'm just saying, I just said personally, I will sacrifice for what is right. I'll sacrifice myself for what is right. I've been blessed, and I see all of these kids coming up. I don't know what we're going to do. Everything should be, everything. See, there's no promises. No school board member can promise anything. So you asked me how I felt personal. I took it as personal. That was a personal answer. We do what's right according to all of the information that's presented. That's what has to be done. We do the best with what we can do with the information that's presented. But I'm one of those who's willing to sacrifice myself for others.
Okay, is there anyone else got any other questions?
I'm Evelyn Hershey, and Tuesday, about 26 other people and I went to Austin for Hopkins County Day, and we had quite a few different people coming in and speaking to us. And there was a man that talked about education, and he painted a very drear picture of education, that they're just teaching the test. And we had quite a few educators on that trip, and they all agreed. We're just teaching the test. And he made the comment that if they get into a situation where they have to fill out some type of a small test, if it wasn't in the form of like the text test comes out, they didn't know how to handle it. Today, I had to go down to the tax office, and I met one of the judges, and I said, "Shame, you should have been with us." And the judge said that, well, it was impossible because I had 22 students that I came into my courtroom because they did not attend class. Now, you've got kids that only learn the test and don't learn it very well since you're less than exemplary. You've got lots of high taxes. We've got an enclosed football field because they win state championship and big diamond rings for their winning. Okay, you're spending money like that and you're giving bonuses and all. When are the ABCs being taught? Mrs. Bryce taught our child, well, she was the principal for the 4 years that I was there. And so, we've got a relationship. It's very concerning to me. And Sam said,
Evelyn, I hate to interrupt you, but do you have a specific question? All right.
We've got 2 school board members. You're getting kids that are in court because they don't attend classes. And yet you want to give bonuses. Where are the teachers that are teaching, not just a test?
Well, maybe I don't understand the question of the teachers. Of course, somebody might say, well, he doesn't come to class because he doesn't like the teacher. But I guess I'm not understanding your question, because the teacher's teaching, she has nothing to do with whether that child is at school or not. She can make phone calls and try to get them there, but I think you're blaming the teacher, and it's not the teacher's fault.
Well, okay. Are there any other questions Well, I'll tell you what, it's about 8 o'clock. I want to thank all of y'all for coming. Charles, I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank y'all very much for running. And we were very proud and privileged to have you here tonight. And give me a hand. And we're going to have a forum next month. We meet every month, the last Thursday night of the month. Next month, we're going to have the Memorial Hospital District Board candidates here, and all of you are welcome to come back at that time. And thank you for coming out tonight. Be safe going home.